Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I am the DJ Atomica. It is Saturday, May 16th, 2026, and I am trying to get my VideoTube Mini to work. Are you not, oh, you've, collapsed is what happened. All right, well, that's an omen right there. Hello, welcome everybody. Today we are starting a completely brand new game. A Song of Sunlight. I have precisely zero idea what to expect from this game. All right, and it looks like we're running. Cool. All cylinders are firing. I have no idea what to expect with this game. I have only a vague sense of its genre. I don't know what it's about. I don't even know how long it is. I don't know how long I've committed myself to this. But I thought it was interesting when I looked at the Steam page. And we're just going to have faith. We're going to trust that this game knows what it's doing and that we are in good hands. I will note the content warning pinned in the chat. This was something that was given to me during boot up of the game, so make proper note of anything that you must. Take care of yourself, take all necessary precautions, and without further ado, let's jump into it. Actually, with a little bit of ado. Oh, interesting. Does not seem to be responding to control inputs. Is that... that doesn't appear to be a Steam Deck thing. Well, this is interesting. If I plug it back in, is that going to work? This is something I didn't even think to test. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I can't even press the A button. All right, this might have ended before it began. Let's see, is there anything else? Anything else I can do here? I can try plugging my keyboard into my Steam Deck. That's going to be a little bit awkward if I need to switch back and forth to do things on OBS, but if it gets us up and running, that's a good thing. Ah, there we go. That appears to be what's needed. All right, so we are playing this mouse and keyboard. Actually, just keyboard. Mouse, I can't do, because there's only one USB port on my adapter. So, here's hoping that the controls are playable by just keyboard. Hold on, what's this thing underneath me? Oh, boy. Click me? Oh, okay. These are links to outside things. All right. I think that should be safe. All right, let's check the settings. Hello? Z is select. Oh boy, I feel like I'm gonna get very confused by this. Control scheme, keyboard. Yes, okay, cool. Music volume, sound volume, language is English. That is also coming soon. I don't know what language I'm reading now, but... Alright, so Z is select. X is back. It really feels like it could be compatible with... Hold on. Wait a minute. I think I remember reading something about this. If I go into keyboard, PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox third party... Alright, so if I activate that... if I activate that, is this now usable? What about... I had thought that might have allowed for the use of my Steam Deck, but maybe I need to... Okay, well that didn't save, is also the thing. Oh, I need to save changes with C. All right, let's try that. Fascinating. Ah, and now I can... That's select. Interesting. So let's... Oh, God, I need to reference my... Yeah, okay, so I can save changes using that. And so if I do that... Ah, ha, ha! Ha, 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 ha! It works! All right, no, I do remember them saying something about this, is that I needed to activate controller support in the game itself, which was a little bit odd, but... All right. With that minor hiccup out of the way... All right. So, if anyone else is thinking of playing this game, do note that the controller support needs to be manually activated in the menu before you can begin, but there is controller support. All right. Now, this is... To be fair, Steam warned me about this, is that this game is compatible with the Steam Deck, but that there are some weird tricks that you might need to employ at various points, because it wasn't necessarily designed for Steam Deck. So, with this in mind, we're grading on a little bit of a curve here. That's fine. It warned me about this. I just didn't remember. So, now, without any further ado, let's get in to A Song of Starlight. I got 3 new games. I'll start with the first new game. I don't know if there's voice acting or if I'm going to be reading. I feel like I'm going to be reading. I don't, frankly, even know what tone this game is going for. I suppose we'll find out. Chapter 1. The Children of the Sun. That is the sun, to be sure. I'd recognize it anywhere. Presume that's our sun. Might be a different sun. That morning, the first day of the warm season, was a day of high prayer. I mean, first day of the warm season, that's worth praying about. High prayer wasn't often, but always coincided with a change in the weather. Again, fairly sensible. I jolted awake, disoriented, and aware that something wasn't right. I feel like I'm just barely blocking the interface here, so I'm gonna just tweak this ever so slightly. I'm gonna put Ednia mode there. I'm gonna put myself underneath Ednia, and hopefully all should be visible now. I jolted awake, disoriented, and aware that something wasn't right. I suppose that's us. We appear to have a sword next to our bed. Might be a warrior or a soldier of some kind. What is it that's wrong? Hearing the sounds of the crowd in the morning air outside my window, the dread came over me, and suddenly I realized. Kanari and I should have left already. Oh, we're late. Desiring greatly not to embarrass myself by being late to the first prayer of the season, I rushed out of my room to find him. Kanari, okay. A brother, a friend, a lover? I don't know. I don't know much about ourselves. Basic movement. Walk is the left stick, okay. Roll is X. Interesting. And interact is A. Fairly ordinary. Oh, we need to acknowledge that. Alright, we're moving there, we're moving there. Oh, okay, we have a stamina gauge. Oh, okay. See, I remember... I remember us being warned that this was a Souls-like. That might be trouble for me, because I'm playing with a very slight delay due to the fact that I'm playing this on the Steam Deck through OBS. So I might need to modify my setup a little bit if things get troublesome. Hopefully we can accommodate. I didn't notice difficulty settings. Oh boy. Well, nevertheless, here's the roll. We have a stamina gauge. I can inspect this. I took a moment to glance at my desk, made of a light, unlacquered wood. Atop it sat the water basin, which I used to wash my face. The basin was wonderful work. Some of Kanari's best. Okay, Kanari is a craftsman? I really should be going. Go down. Speak, are you Kanari? Yeah, you are. Kanari was sitting at a small table in the hall, between our two sleeping rooms. Uh-oh, I have to sneeze. Oh, dear. Excuse me. That came on fast. Begging your pardon, audience. He studied a small shard of ceramic, taken from a broken vase lying in pieces before him. Khan, let's go, I said firmly. Kanari smiled. Do we need to be somewhere? God above, I ask you to wake me up one time as a favor, I said, kicking myself for being so naive. You asked, but I don't remember agreeing, he replied, returning to his study with a half-hidden smirk. And it isn't that late. I only heard the first bell. It really was quite like Kanari to leave just before he was expected to be somewhere, arriving shamefully late and without worry nonetheless. More often than not, it led to frustration, but there was another part of me that admired his unbothered manner. Well, a very small part. I stared at him expectantly while he continued to examine the ceramic. After a long few breaths, it quickly became apparent that Kanari didn't plan on leaving anytime soon. Arem. Aram? Arem? I'm not sure. I'll have to decide which one I like best. Do you have to do this right now? Yes. We have plenty of time. If we left right now, we'd be early. Doesn't prayer start at the first bell? Well, yeah. But nobody gets there at the first bell. But, oh, that's right. If you weren't sitting towards the front, she'll be offended or something. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're changing the subject. We can't be late for 2 prayers in a row. Don't you know how that looks? Kanari turned to face me and shrugged his shoulders. Do you honestly think they'll hold us back just for missing a few prayers? And I'd rather pray on my own anyway. Just go ahead. If you want, I'll even take the fall for this one. I shook my head. Oh no. I'm in no rush. I could wait all day, I said with bravado, attempting to seem relaxed. I was calling his bluff. Kanari gave me a frank look, pursing his lips. We locked eyes, and after a moment he couldn't help but crack a smile. Leaning back, he sighed dramatically, making a show of throwing up his hands and putting on a weary expression. All right, since you're begging me, he said, setting the ceramic back down on the table. That's not what happened, I said, offering him a hand as he reached for his walking stick. He waved it away and came to his feet slowly, resting his weight entirely on the left. He gave me a small nod. Oh, new quest, High Prayer. Go with Kanari to the Sunlight Temple. You following me now? Oh. Interesting. If I'm Kanari, this room is kinda a mess. That's what a room is for. You know, putting things down, or, putting things down. You've put way too many things down. It's perfectly organized. Don't we have somewhere to be? Oh, yeah. Right. Alright. Aram 1v01. See, that's interesting. That it's given a version number. Alright, I see a bag. I see... What is this? Oh, my stats. Oh, this is a Souls-like, ain't it? High prayer. Ah, okay, these are my quests. These are my stats. Cool. This is the in-game menu. Are we gonna have... Oh, and I presume also an inventory. All items. Loadout. Equipment. Alright, so that's equipment, weapons, or I guess you can do a couple different things. Got some weapons, and it looks like it might be magic slots down there? Alright. Belongings. Cool. That's all I'm seeing menu-wise for now. And I think I'm playing... I'm slowed down, which is kind of... Yeah, no, it's not letting me do a roll or anything. Why is it directing me this way? Is there anything else that we... Maybe that's just a general quest marker? That would make sense. Alright, let's go down. We appear to be in a pottery shop of some kind, or this might just be a house. We might just have a bunch of pottery. Yeah, because there's also scrolls. Yeah, we just have a bunch of pots. Alright, we're out in the street. I am assuming we're just going to follow everybody else. I assume everyone else is going for the prayer as well. The settlement was awake. The crowd milled about as Qunari and I stepped from our doorway into the light of the street. A soft wind fell over us, twisting my menache around my legs. The low chatter of voices filled my ears, and I watched idly as faces passed me. Ooh. I had seen every face before. Some each day for years, others in passing. To find an unfamiliar face was rare. The Children of Sunlight knew one another well. Children of Sunlight is us. It was mid-morning, shortly before the second bell. Qunari had been right about that, it seemed. The sun burned the sky, sparse clouds breaking the bright pale blue. We were expected at the temple. All the young and healthy. Alright, I guess we're heading off. Let's just take the main street. I'll lead and you follow. God, no. Then we'd really be late. That is a good point. I'll follow you then. Yeah. I don't think we're entering anything right now. Go with Qunari to the Sunlight Temple. There's a lot of things to notice here. Speak, we can speak. Journeyman Peacekeeper. Alright, so he is looking a little bit older. Oh, the art style is very... It reminds me, honestly, a lot of Sivari's art style, if anyone is familiar. It gives very Sivari vibes, which is fun. So this guy's looking a little bit older. Probably a guard. Well, I mean, he's a peacekeeper. Ah, good morning, Aram. Good morning, Varshi? Varshi. How's your shift been? Pretty uneventful this morning. Every once in a while, I'll have to break up an argument or something. But that's really it this time of year, you know? Sounds like a perfect fit for you then, Varshi. Oh. Hello, Qunari. I see you haven't changed a bit. Hey, come on now. Khan and I really need to get to prayer. See you later, Varshi. Is that Varshi or Yarshi? off this side of the screen. Conversation among the crowd, while frequent, was in low, hushed tones. I took in pieces of the conversation as we walked along the weathered cinder brick road. What have you heard? Have you seen the fields? No, I don't know. And so on. Can we talk to you? Journeyman Peacekeeper. Hey, RM. How are you? I'm doing well, thanks. You're advancing this season, right? Congratulations. Thanks. I'll join you guys pretty soon. I look forward to it. Alright, so you're training to be a peacekeeper. Oh, and this was... Qunari, right? Oh, don't pretend you don't remember me. You and I were inseparable back in the day. Not quite. So I'm getting the feeling that Qunari's a little bit of a social outcast. Maybe I'm wrong. But it seems like everyone's a little bit hesitant around Qunari. Oh, cutscene. Slowly coming to a stop, I began to notice that the street was filled with carts. They were vegetable carts, the one used to bring food from the plantation to the settlement. Plantation? Hold on, what are we dealing with here? I don't like the sound of that. It wasn't odd to see them this time of year, as the warm season always signified a harvest. No, what stopped me was that they were all empty. Empty and abandoned, it seemed. Why have all these carts been left here? Huh? I don't know. Oh, wait. Might have to do with all that stuff they've been saying about the harvest. What stuff? Who's been saying it? Didn't I tell you? You didn't. That's why I'm asking. At work, I heard some rumors about the harvest this year. Like, that it's not too good. From a few different people. Not good. Nobody told me anything. What does that mean? Lower yield than normal, I assume. It's probably not a big deal, okay? Shouldn't we be going? Oh, yes, sorry. That's the second bell. I think we're properly late now. That is a lot of carts. And it's a lot of people who might need food. Hey, Peacekeeper, you got something to say about this? Morning, RM. Qunari. Alright, you recognize Qunari immediately. You two should really hurry along. Prayer is going to start soon. Hear that, RM? There's no hope now. Let's turn around. Shut up. We're going to make it. Thanks. No problem. I suppose I could try to roll. No, it's not letting me roll. I can enter some of these alleys. That's interesting. I wonder if I'm going to be coming back this way at some point. Right now, I'm just sort of prioritizing getting to prayer. By the time Qunari and I made our way to the last block before the temple, the crowd had already dispersed. Everyone was already inside, it seemed. Yeah, I think we are properly late. The street was left in peaceful quiet. To Qunari's chagrin and dismay, the two of us were late. To Qunari's chagrin and my dismay, we were already late. Minecraft. It does kind of look like Minecraft, actually, now that you mention it. The architecture is very blocky, but hello, Echo. Hello. How are you doing this fine morning? Afternoon? You're afternoon, right? Yeah. You're my time zone. Yeah, it does kind of give Minecraft vibes, although I'm getting desert vibe. Oh, there's grass here. It's not like desert. It's not the Sahara, but it does seem like a warm, dry climate. Like I see a dust blowing in the wind here. Might even be some sand particles there, but I also see grass and foliage, relatively lush foliage in like the foreground and in that sort of I don't want to in like that like yard there. I don't know. We'll probably get more clues as we go along. Can we pick up the pace? I think everyone is inside already. Well, that's that. They started without us. I think the proper thing to do now is go back home and... What? No way. There's no way we can just skip it. I seem to recall a saying. If you're going to be late to something, you're better off not showing up at all. You and I both know that nobody says that. Come on. All right. Hi, can we get in? Aram? You're cutting it close. I think they're starting any minute now. Ah, crap. Come on, Khan. We gotta hurry inside. God above, you're the one that keeps stopping us. Let us enter. Temple of the Sun. Yeah, there's definitely grass here. So I don't know, maybe it's a more lush region of a dry climate? I'm not even moving us right now. This is all just a cutscene. The room was quiet and smelled of ash. Kanari and I filled in, the space crowded with many already kneeling in a ring around the center of the room. Dimly lit, the only source of light was a bright beam of sun streaming in through an opening in the ceiling. Sends you to the rhythm game mines. Is that punishment for us being late? Or is that punishment for me for not liking rhythm games? Who are you punishing? Punishment period. But for who, Echo? That's the question. Who receives this punishment? Oh, God. I think I need to blow my nose, actually. Hold on one second. All right, hopefully that's a little bit better. Who would it punish most? Probably me. I hate rhythm games. So maybe it's my punishment. Dimly lit, the only source of light was a bright beam of sun streaming in through an opening in the ceiling. The light cast against the floor in such a way that no person knelt directly in it, instead surrounding the radius of the circle ever so closely. Right, so I imagine they're sun worshippers. That seems to be the indication I'm getting. A sensible thing to worship, all things considered. So no Dead is Disco for Atomica? I keep hearing about this. I am not a rhythm game guy. I've never been a rhythm game guy. I played like some rock band back in the day, but that's about it. Soundtrack is banger if nothing else. Then I think what I'll probably do is I'll wait for someone else to play it and then just enjoy the music while watching them. I think that'll be my strat for Dead is Disco. I mean, we all know the true disco game is Disco Elysium. It's like hi-fi, so it's less rhythm, more beat 'em up. Okay. I know you've been advocating for this game quite fiercely over the past couple weeks. I take it you really like it. I mean, it's clear you at least like the music. So, I'm getting the impression you give a thumbs up to Dead is Disco. Kanari and I found an open space a few rings from the front, kneeling and folding our hands in the proper manner. Okay, you got relatively close. for being so late. I'm surprised those seats weren't filled. Well, I don't know if there's seats exactly. Spots? Positions? As people continued to enter, I scanned the room. There was my father, sat towards the back, across from me in the circle. I like the music. The gameplay is satisfying in small amounts, but it's just beating up mobs over and over right now. It's early access, so technically not a full game yet. All right, that's, that's something you can fix with patches and some retweaking. But yeah, it sounds like I'll probably wait for it to cook a little bit more. Get out of early access before I investigate it more fully. I see, I'm not sure how I feel about this trend of like releasing things in early access and then it seems like it just seems like a slightly more socially acceptable version of like the Cyberpunk release where they kind of released it in an unfinished state and then patched it into a working game later on. The difference, I suspect, is that with the early access stuff, you're not paying full price for an unfinished game. That's my suspicion, anyway. So that's our father. Does he live in a different place than us? Huh. Maybe we are lovers. I don't know. I also don't really know how old we're supposed to be. Like, is this like a coming of age story, or is this just like a young adult story? I don't know. Yeah, I was disappointed when I beat the like 4 story missions and had nothing else to do but grind technically for unlockables. Yeah, no, that's just sort of a bunch of busy work for me. Maybe this is just an artifact of me getting older, but I don't have the patience for that anymore. The story is interesting, but we don't have the full scope yet. Okay, so I imagine that's still under active development. So it's a demo more than anything else right now. We made eye contact, and he gave me a small smile, nodding toward the floor. I looked lower, noticing Ashadar's weapon lying delicately across his knees. Ashadar. Pretty much $20 demo. You could do a lot worse than $20 for a demo in this economy. Embarrassed I had forgotten, I quickly did the same. In the far back of the room was my mother, speaking in hushed tones to a girl close to my age. All right, that's our mother. Both our parents are still alive. I sense potential for a tragic backstory. After a moment, she caught my gaze as well, and smiled. Echo, does this art style not remind you of Sivari's art style? Am I the only one who's getting this impression? High prayer drew all to the temple. Every young man and woman, from each obligation. Also, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, no, okay. I'm not the only one. See, have you secretly been working on a game without telling us? It's only 20 right now because the release sale. It will normally be 30 for an early access game. I hope when the full version comes out, I can just pay the difference. Yeah, is that not normally the way that open access games fund? Like, they'll usually just have a discounted rate for early access, and then either they'll just grandfather in the early accessors, or they'll just pay the difference. From each obligation. The use of this word is interesting to me. From each obligation. That makes it sound like it's a kind of a class or caste system. From each obligation. That makes it sound like a job. I don't know, I've never played early access games. Well, you have now. The settlement came together in prayer often. It was how we spoke with God. I opened my eyes, and the Sunlight Maidens had made their way to the center of the circle. Wow, they all look very similar to each other. That's incredible outfit coordination. The deep red of their clothes was striking, amidst a room of browns and grays. Alright. Imagining red. That would be pretty striking in this environment. Some were young as I, if not younger, while others were nearly as old as my own mother. As young as I, if not younger. Alright, so I'm guessing we're on the younger side. We're probably... I'm guessing this is like a coming-of-age type story. Next game that's going to release that I have my eye on is the Sword Art Online one. I didn't know they were making... I mean, come to think of it, it's kind of surprising that they've waited this long to make a big SAO game. There must be other, like... If nobody made us an SAO gacha prior to now, that's just a missed opportunity. That's just somebody dropping the ball over in Japan. Like, that's... There's no way that during the big gacha craze of, like, Genshin, Fate, Honkai, that somebody didn't pitch an SAO gacha game. That had to have happened. I refuse to believe that's not... that doesn't already exist. Echoes of Aincrad coming out early July. What kind of game is it? Is it a gacha game, or is it like an RPG? Because I feel like, you know, the potential for an RPG was really there the whole time with the SAO franchise. In a line, they came quickly and quietly, their pale skin bathed all at once in sunlight. Okay. I'm watching it to see if I want to try it. Still on the fence, but I love big old JRPGs with class systems and character building. Alright, so it is like a proper JRPG then. Yeah, that seems like that was just kind of sitting there this whole time. I don't know if anyone else has tried making SAO games proper. JRPG, hack and slash, action RPG. Yeah, that feels like such an obvious thing to develop with such a popular franchise. I'm surprised I haven't heard of one before. I looked closely, but she wasn't there. Alright, so I think our character has a bit of a crush. Which lends more credence to my theory that this might be a coming-of-age sort of tale. Not yet. A girl, about my age, stood toward the front of the group. Her name was... Farik. Yeah, okay, I'm getting very, like, Middle Eastern name vibes here. She raised her hand to the sky, then brought them down, her hands to the sky, then brought them down gently, suddenly speaking. Hear us, God. See us, God, for we are here. Her voice was soft, but carried through the chamber. We'll see how it goes. As far as I'm aware, it only covers the first game in the story of SAO Aincrad, which in my opinion was the only good part of SAO. I liked Gun Gale Online. I thought that was interesting, but I certainly see your point. It's also kind of unfortunate that the story, like the world the story is built, kind of forces them to keep going back to the same period of time, which is the Aincrad arc, because that's the one that everyone knows and it's most famous for. Her voice was soft but carried throughout the chamber. We are still here, oh God. I watched SAO up until Gun Gale, but gradually dropped it more after that one. Yeah, that was also the same with me. I didn't care anymore. Which I guess explains why they keep going back to Aincrad. Is the only part that anyone cares about. We are here, where you left us. We have not gone away. We have not forsaken your blessings and your gift to us. The girl closed her eyes. And so we ask you. At this, we lowered our heads nearly to the floor. I felt Kanari do so to my left. Grant us safety. Grant us healthy children. At this, she paused. I looked up, suddenly aware of her face. Her expression was strained. Grant us good harvest. She paused again. Give us guidance if we have strayed from your plan, and grant us strength in the coming seasons, whatever hardships we may face. Please, O God. What? The image of the street and the empty vegetable carts returned. Maybe it was true then. Maybe the harvest hadn't been good. I was pulled from my thoughts by the motion of Kanari returning to a kneel beside me. The rest of the room had already done so, and I pulled myself up quickly. I noticed then that the small fire lit by the other Sunlight Maidens, and another had begun to approach the circle. She strode confidently, yet her face was obscured. The hood of her menage pulled low. The long braid of her hair spilled out to the side, gently swaying as she came near. Her step, the way she held her hands at her waist, I knew it without seeing her face. It was Sachita. The game in Steam has a lot of tags, so it's like open world, Souls-like, dark, multiplayer, single-player, realistic, futuristic, etc. So it seems to check up a lot of boxes for my type of game, but again, just gonna watch it and see. It feels like they're spamming tags a little bit. Some of those don't necessarily... some of those don't necessarily go together. Yeah, probably, yeah, I think they're just, they're padding a little bit of SEO there. Because, like, Sword Art Online, it's fantasy. It's not really dark. I mean, it's kind of dark. It's like, in terms of subject matter, I don't know. Multiplayer, open world, that all makes sense. Single player, of course you can do it. Realistic. Souls-like, futuristic. I mean, all of those things could apply to SAO. If you die in the game, you die for real, yeah. So, like, I don't know. They could probably swing it. Stepping into the light, the other maidens made room by the fire. Okay, so I'm guessing Sachita is the one that we have a crush on. Farik watched her closely. I couldn't read the expression on Farik's face. Sachita stood for a moment, unmoving, seeming to ignore anyone around her. And then, all at once, her hands came forward. Oh, that's the first bit of color I've seen, actually. Bruises. Bruising on her hand. That's not good. I'm not sure if the story will take place at the same time as the actual story, so it's like you're another player trapped in Aincrad, or it's like a return to Aincrad after all that stuff. I'd be more invested if it's the first one. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's the era that everyone knows and cares about in SAO. Like, nobody's clamoring for the, like, post-GGO era SAO. They want the SAO that started it all. Alright, so Sachita appears to have bruised hands, or one bruised hand at least. She held them upwards, towards the open sky above. In her palms, there was a soft glow of indigo light. Conjuring? Alright, so we do actually have magic in this game. Any games you got your eye on? Yeah, I got I'm looking forward to the new, Expanse game, which is like an RPG, kind of in the vein of Mass Effect. So, you know, I was a big Mass Effect guy. I'm a big Expanse guy. I'm looking forward to that, definitely. What else? I can check my Steam. What else do I have? Oh, no, wait, Steam is closed. I closed it down. Yeah, so that's a big one that I'm looking forward to. I'm still following along with the devlogs of Goodbye Soul, which is a game that that I first became aware of years ago and has been in development since. But it still looks cool. I'm still psyched about it. I'm waiting for it. Why? So we conjure things. The air seemed to shimmer, small specks of dust pulling closer and closer to the center of her cupped hands. There was a soft, dull sound, and suddenly, the light was gone. In her hands was a small wooden figure. Are you a Subnautica junkie? No, I've never been a Subnautica... Like, I've personally never played Subnautica, but I've seen a lot of playthroughs of Subnautica, so, like, I'm a sort of at arm's length fan of Subnautica. So I'm very excited to see the second game. Or I guess this is the third, technically, but it's Subnautica 2. If you call it Subnautica 2, I'm just going to call it the second game. I know that... I think that's also an alpha, right, or like a early access right now, so... Fingers crossed that's going to be good as well. In her hands was a small wooden figure. Something like a woman. I mean, it is like a woman, kind of. She held it above the flame for a long moment. An offering. Your gift to us, and our gift to you. Women? Sachita spoke more softly than Farik. I watched Subnautica playthroughs back when it was newer. I think it's grown a little more convoluted than I care for, but it was a relaxing watch back then. Never played it, though. I only started watching playthroughs after it had become a full game and was, like, out and finished. So it never felt convoluted to me. That probably just means that I was, you know, seeing it in its final state, and that was the only thing that I knew. I never saw it in the earlier days. So it all just felt kind of normal to me. Opening her hands, the figure fell into the flames. Quickly it caught and began to smolder. White smoke rose from the fire and into the morning air. Clasping our hands, we raised them above our heads. The eyes of the room were on the smoke as it danced upward towards the light. But I was watching her. Sachita, too, after a long moment, raised her head to watch the smoke. But the motion was quick, and her hood fell back from her face. There, in the hazy light, Sachita's features were on full display to the room. Her hair was a lighter brown than most. It fell to both sides of her pale face. Pale white, like that of any sunlight maiden. Yet, at a further glance, the left half was strange. Yeah, is her entire left half bruised? Or maybe it's not a bruise. Splotches of crimson ran red across it. The appearance of burned skin. Ugh, that's even worse. Her eyes, at first glance, shone a vibrant ochre. Hold on, I'm just going to consult a search engine real quick. Ochre. What does that look like? Brown. It's a brown. Oh, it's like a red brown. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of different colors on this image search, actually, so I'm still not 100% sure which of these is ochre. But the left, the iris had faded, now an ashen gray. It was half of her body, it seemed. Half of her body that bore the memory of illness. Oh. What? It was like an illness that they used burns to treat? Like a skin affliction? Sachita's face grew apprehensive as she realized her hood had fallen away. Quickly, her gaze went across the crowd. I looked as well. I knew what I would see. Where faces before were neutral, now they were strained. Some looked away. Others let their mouths fall carelessly into short frowns. Alright, so everybody knows about this. And it's kind of an awkward topic of conversation. I looked at Sachita again, and at last she looked at me. Something came over her face for a moment, but just as quickly it was gone. Sachita put her hood back on. The ceremony continued for a short while longer. Each of us prayed quietly, and eventually it was time to leave. There was work to be done. All right, we're back out in the world. Did you see that new girl? What's her name? The one that gave the prayer. Huh? Oh, yeah. I think her name is Farik. She was pretty. You don't even remember her name. Why do you? General Ed. She's our age. We used to play together, remember? It's not like we've spoken since then. Just then, a girl emerged from the temple doorway. She clutched a notebook under one arm tightly as she descended the stairs toward us. Prava's hair was long, and she wore it tied up high on her head. It was certainly too long for a potter, but for some reason, the kiln let her grow it out longer than was practical. The kiln. Okay. So they refer to the pottery place as the kiln. I'm slowly sort of trying to piece together the social structure here. It seems to be like relatively consolidated workshops, or like, I don't know. I guess the word union doesn't really apply to a society like this, but like if that's the kind of vibes that it's giving like a guild almost. The kiln let her grow it out longer than was practical, so she's a potter. Prava was a very hard worker, though, so I could see why they might make an exception for her. She stopped a few feet short and smiled at us, giving Kanari a wave. Hi, are we talking? Oh, we're talking. Good morning. Wow, Khan. You're actually here. She's blushing. All right, I think there might be a crush in the other direction going on here. I'm shocked. I thought I was going to need to come to your rooms. I exceed expectations as usual. RM, you had something to do with this, right? Not really. Yeah, that's a lie. I gave him a little push out the door. I don't remember it that way. God's light, Khan. Aram is too good to you. I don't know about all that. No, hold on. She makes a really good point. You see? Don't you realize that you and I have good lives? Oh, wait, that might be her sister. Or that might be sister, actually. All right, never mind. I take back what I said about crushes. It's hard for me to say if it's a blush or just sort of like darkened from just being in the sun all day, because we are in a pretty sunny environment. I mean, we're the children of the sun. There's lots of sun motifs going on in this game. Khan, you have one job. Just one. And they bring us our meals, and all you need to do is show up to the temple on time every few days. Prava. No, I'm not finished yet. Come on, Prava. It's early. Okay, fine. But don't complain today. We have a lot to do at the kiln. Oh, co-workers maybe. I don't know. There's still a bunch of question marks. Ad in about 3 minutes, everybody. Brace yourselves for that. So they both work at the kiln. That would also explain why he is working with pottery in the beginning, and why we have so many pots in our house. Let's get going. All right. See ya, Aram. Goodbye. Well, we'll see you later tonight, I think. Yeah, see you. Prava held out her arm for Kanari to take. He hesitated for a moment, but took it with a roll of his eyes. The pair made their way down the stairs and started in the direction of the kiln. Prava insisted on walking Kanari every morning. It's not as if he needed help getting there, but he humored her anyway. Kanari wouldn't ever admit that, of course. I looked at the sun in the sky for a short moment. Don't do that! Don't do that. That's the one thing they tell you not to do with the sun. Don't look at the sun. We might be an idiot. It's time. I should head to the armory. I can't be late myself. This was an important season. Kanari and I were very close to advancement. All right, so maybe like an apprenticeship system? Again, this is just me trying to pick at what the structures are here. It felt odd, taking a short breath. My future was in front of me, close by. Aram's obligation. I'm getting annoyed with Twitch. No notifications at all today. Hi everyone, how's things? Well, hello Lordling. I'm glad that you managed to make it anyway, despite Twitch's intervention, or lack thereof. I don't know, maybe it's worth checking if you have like a weird like do not disturb setting checked. I don't know. That's what happens to me sometimes. Oh, excuse me. My nose is stuffy today. I don't know. I think it's because we just had rain last night. I might need to get up and blow my nose a couple times. My apologies in advance. I got one of those sealed packs that's still sealed after I tear the tear here part. If you're gonna say tear here, it better work, is all I'm saying. But hello, Lordling. How are you doing today? We are starting a brand new game today, which is very pretty so far. A Song of Sunlight. We appear to be in a society of... Oh, hey, we can, like, move at full speed now. Whee! We appear to be in a society that is roughly medieval in time. We just got done with beginning of the season prayer, and we appear to be sun worshippers of a kind. Or, I mean, we keep... The prayers referred to God, capital G, so I don't know if that's how this society conceives of God. I presume we're going to get more into that later on. Just been playing Subnautica 2 all day and night? Alright, this actually continues a conversation that we've been having. How are you liking Subnautica 2? Because I know that it just came out, and a lot of people are playing it. Alright, what's our next... Okay, first of all, back to game settings, controls list, story mode. Oh, hold on, that might be something I might want to investigate. You're braver than I am. Chaotic Crescendo, hello! How are you doing? Hello, hello, it's good to see you. Oi, how long has it been? We've, I don't think I've... When was the last time I even texted you, actually? I've been too distracted at work. BRB ads? No, not the ads. Okay, the ads should be over. I love it so far. I keep hearing people are upset, but I mean, it's early access, so it's not finished. Yeah, I mean, this is... The point of early access is to give critiques, so... You know, there's going to be a... It's a prototype, effectively, so there's going to be changes. But if you've been enjoying it, that's a good sign. Have you encountered any big animals yet? Also, sorry, Chaotic Crescendo, that might have been... You might have been in an ad when I said, hello, how are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? It's good to see you. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention to whether the ads were playing or not. But welcome in. I'm trying to figure out when it was that I texted you last. You were in an ad. Okay, yeah. God, I think it was like March. I think it was March when we last texted. A 25 stream streak. Holy moly, Lordling. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your consistent support of these streams. Back from the ads. All right. Back to the lab again. I'm noticing... Oh, there it is. God, I live on such a noisy street. I'm noticing story mode. What is story mode? Greatly decreases combat difficulty. This might be something I have to employ, depending on how bad the lag is going to get. Back to game. All right. Oh, and there's only one game menu there. That's nice. Now, I've got a task. which is head to the armory for today's training. Honestly, March is pretty good for us. You're not wrong. We need to change that. I don't know. How you been? How you been? What's been going on? How are things? I saw the podcast episode that your husband was on, and it flew completely over my head. I tried listening to it, and I did not catch any of the words that were said. I don't know if you tried and got further in than I did, but I listened to like 10 minutes and gave up. It's all just the most arcane jargon you could possibly imagine. Making jewelry, sipping tea, that's the good life. I think you've won. I think you've won life. Well done. Yeah, no, I tried to, because like I saw it, I was like, okay, I'll support him. I go and I'm listening to it like, I don't understand a thing that's being said. Also, they did something to his voice that, like, when he first started talking, I was like, who the hell is that? That's not him. And hello, Ark. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Welcome in. We are playing as a young man, Arim, and we're headed to the armory for today's training. I guess we're training to be a peacekeeper? So I guess training is done at the armory. We just finished with morning prayer, and it's time to start the day. And we're in a cutscene. Oh, there's the armory. Nobody's here. Just a bunch of weapons. Rest, use... Whoa, okay. There's a yard. That makes sense. This game has a cute art style. It really does. AI viewers at streamboo.com. Boo. Ban this person. Ban them. Get out of here. Also, do you... wait a minute. Do you need AI for viewers? I feel like that's somewhat overkill. Like, surely just a view bot would be sufficient if you were trying to, like, juice the numbers. I guess if you're trying to, like, have people in chat be fake, you would need, like, a bot. But that's... I don't know. Having a full LLM just to, like, fake viewers on a stream is... That's really disappointing. But yes, anyway, this art style is very cute. Very cool. I'm suspecting that there's a darker undertone going on here. I'm getting a slow-burning, ominous sense underneath the surface of what's going on. But obviously we've just begun. I cannot say for certain what's going to be happening. The armory works on an honor system. They just trust you not to use the pointy sticks for nefarious purposes. Also, if you rob the armory, you are robbing from all of the people who use weapons in the town. This is perhaps an unwise move on the part of a thief. Also, I didn't catch what you said about Subnautica due to the ad from a moment ago. Yes, of course. Let me recap. I know that it's still early access, so there's going to be revisions. Obviously, the greatest tool of any artist is revision. So it being early access, there's going to be things to change, obviously. But if you're enjoying it, that's a good sign. Have you encountered any large animals yet? See, for me, that's like the thrill of Subnautica games, are the large animals. In the first game, they were really cool. In the Below Zero, I wasn't as thrilled about the design of the large creatures, so... Nope, I'm actively avoiding that at the moment. That is also fair. Okay, this is me. We got a whole training yard. Yeah, if you rob the armory, you're going to contend with all of these people. Oh, I need to learn how to combat. Hi, how's it going? Hello, Kixie. Welcome in, welcome in. Things are going well. We are just beginning this new game. We appear to be a young man named RM, and we are in training an apprentice peacekeeper in this town where it's a very religious town. It appears to be roughly medieval in time period. And one of the priestesses, they're not called that. They're called like the Sisters of Sunlight. I forget. I would need to see it again. Appears to be a close friend of ours, or maybe a crush, and appears to be somewhat disfigured from an earlier sickness. So that's about all we know in terms of the religious side of things. But I feel like that's going to play a big part in this game. I feel like there's going to be a lot of religious themes in this game. Thank you for the shout out. Of course, of course. I've heard less than great things about Sub 2's Eula. Oh, well, that's ominous. What have you heard exactly? I literally haven't left the shallows of the starting area. Well, you know, it's the early game. I mean, how many days has it been out? How long have you been playing? I guess is the real question. Also, I guess I should point out, now that there's some more people here, do mind the content warning pinned in the pinned comment. This is just a warning that I was given at the beginning of the game. I have no context for it yet, but take precautions as you need. I took my place among the oldest of the apprentices, gathering in a small crowd. Okay, so, we are an apprentice. They do have an apprenticeship system. Wound bearers of all ages moved around me in the courtyard. 2 days officially, but some people got it even earlier due to something with Steam. Huh. Is that like a glitch? Or like unintentional review copies going out? Do they do reviews for like early access games? I don't know. I haven't been on game review sites in a while. Super restrictive and basically Krafton's saying they own any mods and footage and can monitor your system and you aren't allowed to sue them. Megacorp stuff like that. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. All right. Run that on an air-gapped system. That's what I heard was a glitch. I get the feeling that somebody behind the scenes at the company might have gotten a bit megalomaniacal? This is just the impression I'm getting. All I've seen is a Steam review that summarizes it. I can forward the image to Ender's server in a bit. Yeah, sure, go ahead. I can probably poke around and see what they have. Oh god, I have such a stuffy nose today. It's always unfortunate. I feel like I'm always getting a stuffy nose right as I'm like playing a game where I have to do a lot of reading. Hello, C. Welcome, good morning. Good morning, good afternoon. It's afternoon for you. Welcome, welcome. How is everybody doing today? Glad to see everybody. I hope the Saturday is treating you well. I hope conditions are good. I hope the breakfast burrito is waiting and warm and delicious for you, Kixie. Welcome to the Stuffy Club. All right, are you getting it too? All right, it's not just me. I think it's like a weather movement that came through because we just had like heavy rain last night, so that's what I'm betting on. I'm betting it's like a weather pressure thing. Oh yeah, I need to get that. Yeah, get your burrito. You can't forget your burrito. That's the best part of starting your day. I think. I don't know. I don't know your day. I've been coughing, but it's got to be the weather for me too. Yeah, no, I think it was like a big movement that swept through. Because there was a lot of rain. Listen, I'm speculating about your day, but I feel like if I had a breakfast burrito, that would be a pretty good start, is all I'm saying. C, one of the things that you might notice as I get further into this game is that its art style reminds me a lot of your art style. Particularly the way that you do, like, mouths on faces. It's very Sivari, and I hope you'll be able to see as I get further in. Okay, I think Lordling might have just sent that to me. Or something. Oh my god, that's a hell of a Eula. I'm just watching Clem play with her toys. Well, that's a good way to spend a Saturday, too. Unfortunate, indeed. Oy vey, oy vey. Okay, yeah. I might get that. I might read through this after stream. This is a bit long. Uh, we'll deal with that later. From what I saw, bad weather for the Central Plains area today, too. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not in the Central Plains, but I'm like, I'm in the Midwest, so I kind of get some of it. Some of the boys near the back noticed my presence and gave me a small nod. I smiled and nodded back. Father stood apart from the group. All right, so our father is also a peacekeeper. He was my father, but known to the settlement as Ashadar. As a Shadar? A Shadar of the High Wound Bearers. Oh, so Wound Bearers, I initially thought that was just like describing people who had been injured in training, but no, this appears to be like a rank or a job. The Wound Bearers. Is that what they call their soldiers? Noticing my approach, he nodded in my direction and began to speak. The warm season has begun on this holy day. This will be the last season of your apprenticeship. For 8 long years, all of you have trained within these walls. You have trained so that you may do your part to improve the lives of the people of the settlement. It is our obligation to keep our loved ones safe and to maintain the island's peace. The island's peace? We're on an island. Oh. All right. I'm getting more and more information. I thought we were in the desert somewhere. I mean, I guess you could have a desert island, but... But, you all know, advancing to journeyman is a significant rite. And so, the settlement must see that you are prepared. The settlement on an island. All right. So this might all be a bit more makeshift than I initially thought. Desert Island, do they have ice cream? No word on that yet. I honestly don't even think we had breakfast before coming to the prayer. Gotta head out at work, so internet is choppy and break time's over. Have a good rest of your stream. Thank you so much for stopping by, Ark, and good luck at work, and have a good rest of your day. Well wishes. See ya, see ya. I think I might actually move chat just a little bit further up, since we have a bit more headroom. But yeah, Sivari, do you see what I mean? That like this looks like it could have been drawn by Sivari. Like this gives me very Sivari art vibes. And I noticed it immediately after booting up. So I do think the art style is cute, despite it being kind of fucked up from what I've seen. It kind of does. It's particularly with the way that like they draw faces. Like the faces are very Sivari for me. See, have you secretly been working on a game behind the scenes without telling any of us? Speak now or forever hold your peace. It has come time that you demonstrate the extent of your skills. Oh boy, we are tutorial playing here, and this is the first time where I'm going to see if I'm going to need to turn on story mode. I have no involvement whatsoever. Then it's a happy accident. We will be facing each other in combat these next few weeks. Weeks? Oh god. Show me the flame that I have cultivated in you. A 7-stream streak from Sivari with shrimp as well. Man, I actually do want shrimp now. You've made me immediately hungry. Show me the fire the children of sunlight hold within themselves. Oh, God. My nose is so stuffy. I should have brought tissues. Ugh. All right. Sorry, 1 second. I'm gonna mute for like 30 seconds. Go blow my nose, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I even brought more tissues along in case I need them later, which I think I probably will. Did you see the seafood platter I had yesterday? No, I don't think I did. Where did you post that? Is that in at one of your servers? Do we have a food channel? A specific food channel? I don't feel like we do. It's just pictures. Whoa. No, okay, yeah, I see that. Holy moly. That is quite a okay. Nah, half of that ain't even on the platter. That's above the platter. You can't call that a platter if half of its thing is above this. Okay, no, hold on. I'm seeing now. You are the one who recommended this game to me, C. C, are you sure you weren't involved in this game? You recommended it to me. It looks like your art style. I think we might have a plant. We might have a plant in the audience here. I just saw it was free. Uh-huh. I think you might have been drawn to similar art style. In any case, I am intrigued. It's not often that you see, like, religious themes in games these days. Like, I feel like that's a very out of vogue thing. Understood. Our voices came at once, a familiar call and response. Father gestured, and we formed the familiar ring. I felt the morning's uneasiness begin to fade. Why did the morning prayer shake me so much? Probably because, you know, the crops are dead and we're all going to starve. I don't remember. Father looked in my direction. What do you mean you don't remember? You don't remember? That's weird. Father looked in my direction and nodded. I stepped into the circle. Clasping my blade in one hand, I assumed neutral position. But the seafood was yummy, and you also get free ice cream at the end. Free? How much free ice cream? We talking like a cone, a cup, at all you can eat? Surely not an all you can eat. That seems absurd. But then again, so does the amount of seafood on that platter. Or atop that platter, as the case may be. I got 2 cones. Okay, so it's not just 1 cone. Was it an all-you-can-eat thing? That seems insane. Father scanned the ring of wound bearers before settling his eyes on Sajin, off to my left. Sajin was somewhat taller and darker in complexion than myself. Nodding, he stepped into the center of the ring as well. He gave a small smile, nervousness palpable on his face. I'm not sure. I just got 1 after I finished and 1 as I was leaving. You might have overlooked that there was all-you-can-eat ice cream at this place. See, you got to go back. It was hard to hide my own. It's early. Usually we have time to warm up. Fuck. It slipped through your fingers. A missed opportunity. Can you go back? Is it even like a local place? I felt my muscles tense, and I shifted the grip on my weapon. Father has us beginning immediately. I should win this. I'm back. You blowing your nose blew up my computer, apparently. Oh no, that's not how a computer is supposed to respond to blowing your nose. I'm fairly certain. I'm no computer engineer, but I'm almost 100% certain that sneezing or blowing your nose is not supposed to shut down the computer. Any computer engineers in chat, feel free to contradict me, but I should win this. Isn't this something that would come out of the mouth of a League of Legends player or something? It was good too. It was white macadamia nut vanilla. Ooh. That does sound good. Free ice cream at the end of the meal is the sort of thing that would get me into a restaurant. I'm not gonna front. Like, that's... If you told me after this meal there is free ice cream, I would immediately be suspicious because I'm like, all right, how are they making money off of this? There might have to be some pretty expensive food to justify having free ice cream for everybody at the end of a meal. She's special? All right, well, she's back with us. That's the important part. Sure, but free ice cream. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not arguing with you, Lord. Like, that's a compelling offer. If it was, like, expensive, but also you got free ice cream. K-Pot has free ice cream? Wait, what's K-Pot? Is that a local place? I don't think I've ever been to K-Pot. It's in KOP. Oh! Okay, well, KOP has everything. That's... You can find literally any fucking thing in the KOP mall. That's not... It has 2 Shake Shacks. And probably twice as many currency exchanges. I mean, the meal we shared was like $100, so... I mean, sharing a $100 meal between... I don't know how many people were in the... Like, that's justifiable. If that's like 4 or more people for $100 and you get free ice cream at the end, that's a pretty reasonable price. It's Korean barbecue. I didn't know we had a Korean barbecue place near us. Or I did. I don't live near there anymore, but... actually, neither of us live near there anymore, but... Some free ice cream never hurts. I miss Korean barbecue. Yeah, no, it's a shame that they're quite rare places. It's so good. All right. Next time we're home for the holidays, we have to go and, like, get Korean barbecue at the King of Prussia Mall. Like, that's where we need to... One of the days for the holiday... I mean, holidays, like... I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to be home next. But that's a trip we need to schedule. Anyway, I should win this. Feels like something a League of Legends player would say. I should win this. You're right. We win this, right? I need him to see me win. Or was that instruction on my part, being like, hey, try to win this battle, player. Closest KBBQ place to me is like 2 hours away. We don't do anything but win. You may want to hold that statement until we actually get into it. Where is the nearest KBBQ place to me? KBBQ near me. Halal. Atomica is a winner, I believe. I appreciate your belief. And I will try to do my best. The trouble is that I am playing this through OBS. So there's like a fraction of a second delay between what I input on my controller and what actually happens in the game. So, and this is apparently a Souls-like system. Fortunately, they have an option for story mode, which significantly reduces combat difficulty. So maybe we might need to turn that on just to overcome the lag barrier of doing it in OBS. Yeah, yikes. Atomica, don't fuck up. Hello, Dids. Hello. Welcome. We are playing A Song of Sunlight, a name that I have not internalized yet, and so I keep having to look over at my panel in OBS. Winning has become optional. No. We will win. Alright. I gotta lock in. Lock in, chat. In order to block an incoming attack, press B at the correct time, right as the outer ring touches the inner ring. Alright, oh god. Echo might have been right. This might be a rhythm game. Oh, Christ. Oh, that was not... Oh, no. See, this is... Okay, see, the problem is... The blocking relies on precise timing. This is gonna be a disaster. Guitar Hero of Doom, and the Doom is mine. All Souls-likes are rhythm games, unironically true. But that does present a problem for me playing with a half-second lag. You got this, buddy. Blocking attacks will drain your stamina bar. If you run out of stamina, you won't be able to block, and will take increased damage. Alright, just like a Souls-like. Gotta do quantum calculations to hit the block 0.5 seconds early. Yeah, I gotta figure out, like, what diameter the donut needs to be actually be a proper timed block. Oh boy. The better you time your block, the less stamina you'll lose. If you time it perfectly, just as the rings touch, you'll lose 0 stamina. I'm telling you right now, chat, that ain't never gonna happen with this setup. I might have a plan to reduce the lag for next time, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that on the fly this time. So this first stream might be a little bit messy in terms of blocking. Gotta get out the calipers. Yes, let me, I got my stopwatch here. I've got the proper measuring tools. Got the, I got the, light sensor hooked up to the monitor so I can see exactly when the ring touches the inner ring. Stamina will passively refill while on defense. But you can also restore it by choosing the defend option on your turn. To do so, press B when your command menu appears. Oh, okay, so it's not real time. It's turn-based. Okay. Okay, sorry. I'm blowing my nose again. Oh god, that's annoying. Alright, so if it's turn-based, we might have more of a chance. I don't know. Maybe I'm being overly optimistic. Blocking attacks will drain your stamina bar. If you run out of stamina, you won't be able to block. Will take increased damage. Oh, okay, and it's just showing me this again. Alright. Oh god, I just forgot that was happening. Okay. Try again. Oh god. This is gonna be rough, chat. Okay, I made it through. We only lost 10 stamina out of 100. This is gonna be rough. Alright. Then defend to regain stamina. Alright. We're defending, and that regains stamina. Now it's your turn to respond. From your command menu, initiate an attack by pressing A. Attacks cost stamina, so be sure you don't use too much. Attacks work the same as blocking. Oh god. This might have been the worst game I could have chosen for this setup. Alright. Attacks work the same as blocking. Time your button press with the ring closing in. But to attack, press A instead. Oh boy. Everyone buckle up. Just as with blocking, timing your command perfectly will result in a bonus. For attacking, that bonus is more damage. Time it perfectly to deal maximum damage. Holy cow. Have you seen that meme? I don't think I have. Maximum damage, eh? Alright. it's so delayed that I need to press it almost immediately as the rings appear. That's insane. He's sweating. You got him, you got him. He's sweating. He's on the ropes. Oh boy, oh boy. All right. We've got this. We've got this. While you've had unlimited time to choose actions so far, know that in real combat, you only have a few seconds to make a decision about what to do. If you run out of time, you will automatically defend. Oh, Christ. I think I may have chosen the optimally unfortunate combat system for my setup. We're going to have to make it through one way or another, but goddamn. So it's for you, it's -2 seconds, exactly. It's the meme where they say, do a spit take, holy cow, then the camera pans to a cow in priest attire. I have not seen that one, but that sounds hilarious. That sounds like something I would have come up with when I was like a kid. And that's a compliment. Okay. Practice what you've learned so far and defeat Seijin. Alright. Here we go. Let's attack. Okay. Okay. Oh, God. Let's just defend. It's too late. God, it's so... Oh no. Okay, I blocked that one. That's fine. Alright. 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 Hey. Oh, God. I forgot I'm timed. Jesus. It's DJ Atomica with the steel chair. Why did you... Oh, God. I am done for. I'm just going to defend. This is actually hell. I might actually be in hell. If I get the timing wrong, it, like, interrupts my flow. Come on. Come on. We can do this. Oh, my health is done for. It seems like I'm just gonna have to do this until I get it right, which is nice. I'm gonna defend there. DJ Atomica with a steel chair in the shape of a sword. Atomica, look out. I'm trying. I really should just be looking at the screen. Oh, God. That's not good. Come on. All right, I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Huzzah! All right, Jesus Christ. I really hope I don't have another combat encounter for the rest of this stream, because that is gonna get annoying. I know how to fix this. I know how to alter my, like, input and capture setup to fix this, but, yeah, that's going to require me shifting wires around and moving screens and such. So, hopefully I can get by during this stream with just trying to get the timing predicted. Didn't break a sweat. Not even phased. Ignore all the sounds of distress that may have occurred during that session, and ignore all the times that I died. Seijin wasn't down for long. He came quickly to his knees, dusting himself off and grinning. Breathing hard, I scan the crowd for Father. Oh, I wasn't even fighting Father. I was fighting another recruit. Oh, I'm so fucked, chat. I'm so fucked. He looked at me for a short moment, giving a small nod of approval. It felt great. Father called out. Again. Somebody save me. Help. Help. Father, no. Please. You don't understand what I'm dealing with here. Sajin got to his feet and we assumed our starting positions once again. Intermediate combat. Evasion. Maybe this'll work. While on defense, instead of blocking, you also have the option to evade an incoming attack. Certain attacks can't be blocked and must be evaded. Right. Souls-like. In order to evade, press X while holding left or right using the left stick to evade forwards or backwards respectively. You'll know to evade when you see a square-shaped icon. Excuse me, a square-shaped action command. Time your input correctly to roll further, and make sure you land outside the range of the attack or you can still get hit. Alright. Success! Oh, I did that one right. First try, okay. Maybe I am getting better at this. While heavy attacks must be avoided by evading, you can choose to evade any attack instead of blocking. Alright, that's good to know. However, evading costs significantly more stamina than blocking, so it should be used only in situations where it's necessary. God damn it. I was excited about that. Alright. All the attacks you've had to deal with so far have been neutral hits. However, your opponent may attack in a specific direction. Pay close attention to the hit circle to watch for the direction. Oh god, oh god. In order to block a directional attack, simply block as normal, but hold the direction of the arrow shown at the same time using L. This is just a rhythm game. They didn't feel very neutral when they were hitting me, slicing my entrails out. Okay, no, okay, we can do this. That's the wrong button. Alright. First things first, I need to get used to this. Oh boy. It's just a rhythm game. It's a rhythm game where I'm playing with a half-second lag. Alright. You've now learned all the fundamentals of combat. Use what you've learned to defeat Sajin again. Alright. Let's go with this. I'm just gonna be spamming... Okay, see, the other problem is the analog stick very easily drifts out of... Whoa! I forgot. How do I... Okay, so this is what I'm confused about. Okay, I can't think. They don't give me time to think. Can I pause? I cannot pause. I am... Oh, okay, alright, alright. I can't even gather my thoughts, because they're not letting me... Is it because it's... Oh my god, it's PS... No, it's not PS controls. Thinking isn't a warrior's way. You might be right. God, I am taking so much damage on that one. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to need to reduce combat difficulty to get this one done. I'm at 1 health. All right. I can do this, right? No, no, I cannot. I keep forgetting that, like, there's a time limit. It's grim. It's very grim. Look at me go. All right. I don't think Atomica will be ready for Evo. Probably not. I'm going to defend, and I'm going to try my best. And it's not enough. All right. See, the fucked up thing is that... Oh, God, you really are just not giving me any time. What's the point of turn-based combat if you're not going to give me time to think? Father help us, we're getting jumped. I keep looking over at chat, and you know what? They just keep looping me back. I need to take a second and think, so I'll just let him kill me for a second while I think about this. All right, so it seems like the time limit is not doing me any favors. The lag is not doing me any favors. So I seem to be able to reliably hit the attacks pretty well. And so the ebb and flow of combat usually goes, I attack, and then I am immediately put on defense. I think that's them taking their turn. So let's try, like, bam, bam. See, the trouble is that I am not just switching... I'm switching buttons as well. It's a lot to think about at the same time. On top of the fact that I am... if I can evade everything, or if I'm, like, allowed to evade everything, I might just try evading everything to begin with. Just so that... Can you pause OBFs and descriptively narrate your fight? Maybe. Okay. No, I have a plan. It's a matter of execution now. You said I can evade every attack. You're not letting me evade every attack. No, okay, that was... Maybe I just wasn't timing it right. Okay, no, I can evade every attack. I'm just getting the timing wrong. Okay, this time I'll start and get it wrong, and need to evade anyway. Haha, alright. I'll just evade every attack that I can, which is not any of those, apparently. I feel like I'm very confused about what's being allowed in evasion. But I am getting better. Okay. What? I attacked. You can't attack while I'm attacking. That's against the rules. Haha. Oh, man. I did it wrong. Let me evade, please. Alright. I'm debating about whether it's easier to evade using that stick or the D-pad, because I feel like I'm just getting the directions generally wrong on the control stick. Oh, I'm also pressing the wrong button. Oh boy. Alright, we can do this, if I do that right, which I didn't. It has been a long time since I played a Souls-like. And I think it's starting to show. Attack. Once, twice, then I'm going to evade. I'm going to evade again. I'm going to attack once, twice, then I'm going to evade. I'm going to evade again because I don't... Oh, that does hit, actually. All right, that's yours. You can have that. Evade. Oh, not enough. Attack, attack, evade. I pressed a different direction than that game. Evade. Do I not have enough stamina? What's going on? Why can't I evade? Oh, I'm getting so close, which is frustrating. It's not letting me evade in the other direction, which is weird. Let me evade. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, I am just an idiot sometimes. Let me evade. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to turn down the combat difficulty. I know, I'm a scrub, but... Oh god, he just keeps getting me over and over again. Ugh. Alright. Alright. Attack. Attack. Alright. Oh, you can get me. That's fine. Oh boy. I pressed... Oh, I probably didn't have the stamina for it, actually. This is quite hard. Attack. Ooh. Attack. Oh, the timing and having to go back between all these different controls is really fucking with me. See, the messed up part is, like, I'm not even able to go in and change any of the settings. I kind of just have to, like, get through this and then change the difficulty settings. I'm wondering even what the difficulty settings would do. That's that. Up. Hi, Eliza. We're going through it right now. Let me dodge. That's fine. I was having better success with the dodge strategy. Oh no? Oh no is right. This one is tough. It's not helping that I have a half a second lag between all of these time-based movements. It's like I'm having to interpret things faster than I can actually respond to them. And I am seeming unable to change the difficulty settings mid-match. I'm also not... I feel like I'm doing it. All right, so I'm just going to block. All right, attack. Oh boy. The fact that I'm getting any of these is kind of a miracle, but... we have to get through. All right, you know what? I'm going to try something. I'm going to try something on my end to mess with the screens and maybe get to a point where I can respond to this in closer to real time. I'm going to see if this works. Okay. There's that, and then I can go over here to this monitor. Okay, let's go to... what are you? HDMI? I think you're HDMI. Yeah, okay. I think that's better. Let's try. And then I can do that. Yes, that's all responding. Now I need to get used to doing this in proper time. All right. See, now I've gotten used to doing it well in advance of when I actually need to be doing it. Now it's sort of fucking with me. All right. All right. Come on. What? I had that. Come on. Wow, it's really, really sensitive about the time. All right, we're gonna need to defend here. Whoa, okay, that was fast. My hands are getting sweaty. And then dodge that. Okay. Oh, no, okay. I can't even see how much damage I'm doing to them. I need to take my eyes away from the screen for too long. I had that. Okay. I'm getting so close, which is frustrating. We can add break. We can just let this round go. No, I'm definitely hitting the dodge button and it's not registering it. I wonder if it's like... I wonder if it's just not cooperating. Then again, I'm having to switch back and forth between a bunch of different buttons very quickly. Yeah, no, the dodge is, like, not... I think I need to be, like, really aligned with the direction that it wants me to be in. Alright, I think D-pad is the way to go here. See, my trouble is I'm running out of stamina, and the only way that I can recover stamina is by doing the blocking, which is very difficult for me. Alright, we're blocking. Oof. I think what's messing me up is that in my brain, I'm seeing the arrow, and my brain wants to hit the button that's in that direction, but I need to hit the same button, but with a different direction on the D-pad. Alright, here's what I'm doing. I'm just going to practice blocking. Okay, well, thankfully it's letting me do this as many times as I want, but thanklessly it's not letting me lose. I think I just need to shut up and concentrate. I'm also thinking, like, as I get to the edge of these maps, it's also not letting me dodge as much. It will give me a dodge, but it will also not have enough stamina left for me to do that. Why couldn't I do that? Why couldn't I dodge that? Don't understand. Is it too early? No, because if I wait, it feels like it just gets me. Oh, thank God. Before I realized it, midday had come. Sorry, is it tomorrow? I feel like I've been in there forever. Oh, Christ. All right. First thing we do when we get out of this dialogue is we're going to story mode. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Baby Cat gave Atomic a strength. It's true. Next game is going to be Armored Core 6. No, I think I've seen enough of Armored Core 6 to know that that would not be a skilled performance on my part. Easy. Simple as. One and done. I'm dying over here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is true. Baby Cat gave me strength. All right. See the story. This is what I'm interested in. The combat. I need to set that on easy mode. I'm a story boy. I'm a soft story boy. I'm not cut out for this Souls-like business. Nobody let Monkey see the performance that I just had. That was embarrassing. Before I realized it, midday had come. Father signaled to the courtyard that it was time to break for the meal. The group began to file inside, exhausted. My hands behind my head, I took a moment to breathe deeply and recover. I noticed Seijin at my side, chest rising and falling similarly. He gave me a sidelong look, and grinned. God's light, RM. You've gotten way too good. I'll be sure and return the favor tomorrow. Oh God, please don't let me play tomorrow. I smiled back and helped him to his feet. I'd been trained with Seijin for many years. We weren't close outside of the armory, but he was a friendly face. Sure, Sage, I said playfully. But you'll have to try harder than that. Please don't try harder than that next time, I beg of you. Seijin laughed and clapped me on the back before turning to head into the building. Father, again. No, please. I can't handle it. I'm just a story boy. I followed a few feet behind. The room was filled with long tables. Wound bearers typically sat amongst those their own age. I looked across the room, noticing a set of tables where my group was eating. Nearby sat my father. We made eye contact, and he smiled. Just then, I had a feeling I wanted to ask him something. I strode near and sat across from him, folding my legs underneath myself. I... No, I cannot enter the game menu. I swear to God, if this dumps me out into another combat encounter before I can change the difficulty settings, I'm going to flip biscuits. You did well earlier. Seijin is larger than you, but you maneuvered around his size advantage well. Did I? I mean, I appreciate the compliment, Father, but I really think you're just bigging me up right here. Thank you, Father. I don't tell you often enough, but I'm very proud of how your skills have grown these past few seasons. When the current season is ended, and it comes time, you will make a fine temple guard. Really? Is it certain that will be my concentration? After he cut you into small bits, you really had the advantage. Yeah, you can come at him from every direction. You can flank him from like 30 different dimensional axes. It's impossible to defend against. It does require a bit of pain on the front end, though. I've recommended it to Eshin many times. To Eshan? Eshan, probably. They have great foresight and always make the wisest decision. So yes, I'm sure. Father smiled. Suddenly, I recalled what it was I had wanted to ask him. The empty vegetable carts flashed through my mind. Just then, a young boy came by, passing steaming ceramic bowls. I took mine in my hands, feeling its warmth. But something was odd. It was half full. I looked up at Father, taking small bites. Father. Yes, Aram? Isn't this less than the normal portion? It is. But why? I'm certain the Eshan will make an announcement in due time. This has happened before you were born. I didn't think I would live to see another. But alas. So then, does this have to do with the harvest? Yes. It's called famine, Aram. Man, imagine having to fucking introduce one of the 4 horsemen to your child live and on air. When the yield of vegetables is lower than normal, lower than what is necessary to feed the settlement. Famine. So, it's going to happen? It seems that way from what I've been told. There may be difficulties soon. Oh. What sort of difficulties? It is often difficult to determine a fair distribution of food among the settlement. Whatever the decision, wound-bearers must serve to enforce it. When you advance, you will play a part in this. I did the same. I don't really understand. That weapon you carry, Aram, it gives you a special right among the children of sunlight. You understand this. Wound-bearers maintain the peace. There may come a time when that weapon must deter those who would disturb that peace. What do you mean? Let's speak of other things, Aram. Don't worry yourself about these things right now. You have plenty to focus on as it is. When the time comes, we will discuss it further. All right? We continued to eat, speaking of smaller things. But his words stuck with me. I tried to ignore the feeling, but I was shaken. I already know that wound-bearers are often asked to keep the peace. If somebody is stealing from the community or hurting another person, there's just no need to do something like that on our island. So I can understand using force to stop that person. But if all they want is a meal, there's always been enough to go around until now. The thought of it made me uneasy. Eventually, the meal ended, and we returned to work. The day slipped by as I continued to practice and spar with my peers. Please, God, no. Please, no. Don't make me do it again. Not before I can change the difficulty settings. Oh, it seems you died again. Interesting. We can boot that back up. How long has that been out? What do you mean my utopian cult isn't a utopia? We don't know it's a cult yet. It could just be a religion. Restart capture. Uh-oh. Are you not? No, you're active. What's going on? Why are you, maybe I need to do one of these. Oh. It doesn't seem to like what I've done. I wonder, I wonder if me changing the screen size did it. That's very interesting. Hello? VTube? Why you not show my avatar? What's going on? Interesting. I wonder if I should just try a new recording. Capture. Okay. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. Don't do that. What's going on? Oh, no. Okay, that's bad. No, we're not doing that. we're just gonna grin and bear it with Ednia. Yeah, we'll just... All right, for the time being, I am Ednia mode. And that's how things are going to be until we can get the VideoTube Mini back and running. All right, so just pretend that's me. Pretend that's me down in the corner. We're just going to have to deal with that for the next, 40 minutes. The bright midday sun grew cold and brilliant orange by the time Father dismissed us. It was late afternoon. Minnie didn't approve of all that violence. No, clearly not. I suspect it's something to do with me changing the screen size when I turned on the second monitor. But I don't know. I feel like that was active when we were... Maybe if I do this... Window size is that. Why is window size that? It's just stretching it. It's not weird. Very strange. Oh, no, I don't want that. Exit full screen. Okay, we're just going to have to... Something awry is going on in the state of Denmark, and I don't care for it. Actually, you're not picking up anything, now that I'm thinking of it. Okay, so it's actually not VideoTube Mini's problem. It's the fact that the capture isn't working at all with any of the windows that I have. So that's an interesting glitch I'm going to need to address later. All right, that's an off-screen thing. It was afternoon now, late afternoon. I completed my obligation. Okay, first things first. Settings. Story mode. On. Greatly decreases combat difficulty. That's what I need. All right, just making sure. Yes. All right, we can take a breather. Everything is fine. All is right. Now, what missions have I? Active quests? None, I guess. What was going on there? Fascinating. I'm experiencing all manner of technical strangeness today. I stepped into the street and admired the fading orange light. The rest of the afternoon is my own. Oh, I got free time. I suppose I could return home and read. Or something. No. I realized then what it was I really wanted to do. I'll go look for her. I think Arem has a crush. I'd like to see Sachita today. Arem and Sachita sitting... Do we have trees? Do trees real here? I'd like to hear her voice. Is she still at the temple? I should go look. Free time. I don't see any trees. During free time, you are allowed to explore the settlement at your own pace and complete side content. Take side quests, talk to the people at the settlement, and collect items. The story will not progress unless you pursue the main quest objective. You can view your current quests at any time by pressing Y to open the status menu, as well as mark a quest as your current tracked quest, alright? The quest system works pretty similarly to other systems that I have seen. Active quests is finding Sachita, main. Alright, so we can look for people in the temple. That's weird, I can't use the D-pad for navigation. Very strange. Old man. Hello, young man. Hello, old man. Pleasure to meet you. Hello. Oh, hello, sir. What are you up to this evening? Nothing much, really. It's not very interesting. No, I get it. When I was young, I preferred to laze about in my free time as well. But these days, I take it slow even when I've got work to do. Ha! Nice. I like the old man. I can speak to you. Young man. Hello. What are you up to? Nothing much. Just passing by. Alright. I can enter? What are we... The library? Ooh, look at all this. We got a fancy community here. We got a whole library. Good evening, Anaya. Don't act so friendly. Uh-oh, she's not happy to see me. Everyone's so nosy. Well, to be fair, I'm the one walking up to these people and activating conversation. So, I'm the one butting in, and they're just like, oh, hi, what's up? And I'm just like, nothing. Imagine how weird that would be if somebody walked up to you, started a conversation, and was just like, no, I'm not really doing anything. And just kind of looks at you. That'd be weird. I'd be weirded out. Very true. Okay, so History Keeper Inaya is apparently not friendly with me. Here I thought for a wonderful moment someone had come by to actually borrow a book. But no, it's just you. I could be here for a book. What books you got? What books you got on tap today, librarian? How do you know I don't want one? Do you? No. I want one. I want one. The player. Me, the player, wants a book. Give me a book. There you go. Can't I stop by just to say hello? Is that really so bad? Oh, please, Arem. I know you're not stopping by in the afternoons simply for the pleasure of my small talk. You just want to hear a story, right? Well, that's part of it. Look, Arem, all the stories I know are in this library already. Why don't you just read them yourself? I could, but I like hearing them read aloud. Well, I've got things to do today. I don't have time to sit around and tell you stories. In fact, why don't you make yourself useful? We've got 3 outstanding returns that haven't been handed in yet. Oh, anti-fetch quest? Why don't you go track them down and bring the books back? Never mind. Regular fetch quest. And you can see how lively it is in here. We're lacking the manpower. Manpower? Can't you just do it yourself? You don't seem that busy to me. I have to watch the desk, genius. I can't just go for a stroll when I feel like it. Weren't you just complaining that nobody ever comes by to borrow anything? You've got me there. I'm terrible with people, though. And confrontation. What if they yell at me, Aram? Imagine some strange recluse girl showing up at your obligation nagging you about returning a book. Alright, so the obligations are like our job sites. Alright. I would yell at me, too. Honestly, how hard is it to remember to bring back a damn book? Okay. You're making me feel guilty. I was gonna do it anyway. Well, that was easy. A girl asks you to do something and you just do it. Don't make me change my mind. Who borrowed these books anyway? Where am I going? Let's see. The first guy was a wound bearer. That one should be easy for you. The second one was an apprentice carpet maker, I think. And, oh, that's right. The last guy didn't tell me his obligation, though he mentioned that he was on his way home, somewhere nearby the courier outpost. You could try and find where he lives, maybe. This is sounding like a lot of work. Sure is. Better get started then, huh? Yeah. I'm on it. As a reward, maybe I'll tell you a story. If you're lucky. Nice. We got a little side quest here. That's also a... is that an icon for a shop? Now, what I'm also wondering is, like, do we have a map? Okay, let's track this one. Active quest. Here we go. Can I... okay. Active quest just means quests that we have available to us. That's fine. There are 3 outstanding books yet to be returned to the library, so Inaya has enlisted your help to track them down. One seems to have been borrowed by a wound bearer, another by a carpet maker, and the third by someone who lives nearby the courier outpost. Head to these locations. Alright. So we've got that there. What was that icon? I missed it entirely. Alright. Now... oh, I think it's if there's like 2 overlapping prompts you can choose. Temple of the Sun. Oh, I don't want to go here yet. Alright, so that's the temple. Library's over there. And what are you? You could be a carpet maker. The loom, yeah. Absolutely. Journeyman carpet maker. Journeyman carpet maker. See, this is interesting. Journeyman are usually like travelers, right? Are we like a semi-nomadic people? Is that the vibe that I'm getting here? Oh. Hello. Can I help you? Hello. Is there anything spare for barter today? Barter? They're bartering. Well, he seems confused about it as well as me. Barter? Sure, we always have a lot of extra materials lying around at the loom. Not sure what use you'll have for any of it, wound bearer. But you're welcome to take a look, though. Purchase items. 200 what? What am I trading here? 200, 175. I mean, I don't think I can get any of these right now. I don't think... Schmeckles? I don't know. Maybe some kind of... because he said barter. So, like, I would need to put up items of my own? I mean, that's possible, but I just am... I mean, all of these numbers are red, which makes me think that I can't use any of these. Alright, are you the one that I'm supposed to be talking to? Hi. Who are you? Master Varashi, the dye maker. My, if it isn't Aram. Hello, dear. How are you this evening? I'm well, Master Die Maker. Thank you for asking. How's your training coming along? I've heard that you're set to advance this season. Your father must be so proud. Yes. I'm very close now. Things are progressing well, at least I think so. It's hard to know with him sometimes. Oh, try not to worry so much, dear. You've grown into a very capable young man. No doubt he can see that. But of course, you were always that way. Really? Oh, yes. I recall well the days when you were still small, living with your mother in that home by the mill. Whenever I would visit her, I was always so surprised at how dedicated you already were. So well-mannered and mature for your age. Ah, we're a gifted kid. We're doomed. She would often joke that you'd been born as your father. Is that so? Is that foreshadowing? Why do I get my foreshadowing senses are tingling? He and you are very alike, don't you think? You're both resolutely dedicated to the things you pursue. Well, I admire him. I want to make him proud. And that's a good thing. But let this old lady give you a piece of advice, Aram. Try not to let your expectations for something be the only reason you do it. It can be easy to lose perspective on whether or not a goal is worth it in the end. Worth it? Of course it's worth it. I've been working towards this my whole life. I know, dear. It's just something to think about. Right. Of course. Thank you for your advice. Best of luck, Aram. She has Giga Aura. I mean, she's like Master Die Maker. Like, this is a person who has been practicing her craft for decades on end at this point. Like, this is a person at the height of her craft. And, you know, I mean, look, I should take more time to look at the character designs, but she's got, like, paintbrushes in her pocket there. Uncle Iroh vibes. Yeah. She does kind of give that. I wonder if that's just going to be generally the elders of this society. I wish you the best. It was a blessing to see you. Likewise. All right, she's cool. All right, you have a book that I want. Hello. I'm here on behalf of the library. Did you borrow a book from them a while back? I think should add an Edna Mode wig to his mom as an option. Like, yeah, to match Edna. I mean, that wouldn't be that hard. The problem right now is that, like, OBS isn't capturing any of my on-screen windows. I wonder if that's just because it's confused about what monitor it exists on right now. That might have to be what I do for future streams. So currently I'm running this on a laptop, and at the start of stream I had the laptop closed and just like everything running on my main monitor. But that was causing a delay because the only way I could see things was through OBS. So what I did is I switched the monitor to directly the feed coming out of the Steam Deck, and I'm now streaming on the opened up laptop on its screen. So I do have two screens active right now, and I'm playing the game on the bigger one, and I'm reading chat in the smaller one. But during the change, I suspect the screen recording software got a bit confused about what screen each of the windows was on, and I think maybe it just kind of died and collapsed, which is unfortunate, but not wholly without understanding. I understand that tech stuff can get confusing, even for the tech itself. I think you forgot to return it. Huh? The apprentice carpet maker. Oh! Yeah, I guess I did. Is it overdue? I didn't realize there was a time limit. Yeah. The girl that works there might have mentioned something like that. She's quite the looker, huh? Guess I was distracted. Uh-huh. Can you give it back, please? Oh, right. Here you go. Thanks. I wonder if she's seeing anyone right now. All right, Casanova. Cool your jets. That does it for the carpet maker. Let's... okay, we need... Who's next? Oh, I can see my belongings, actually. I've got this book, which is a key item. Book borrowed from the settlement's library. Unknown. Clothing. I've got clothing. I've got a shield and a sword. What I need is to look up carpet maker, wound bearer. That's an easy one for me. And then someone by the courier outpost. Well, I would imagine the courier outpost being relatively close to the edge of town. Clothier? No, that's not who we're looking for. Still useful. Hey, why is this, Hey! It's you. You're that wound bearer. Aram, right? I'm sorry. If we've met before, I've forgotten your name. No, I don't think we've formally met. I just know of you from some of my friends in other obligations. They tell me you do a lot of labor for them on the side. Not for any particular reason, just to help out or something. I wouldn't say a lot, but if somebody asks me, I try to do what I can. Really? So it is true. Wow. Well, if I'm free, I've got no real reason to refuse. I didn't realize I had a reputation for it or anything. Well, that's great to hear. Free now? I suppose, but I'm sort of on my... Thanks. See, we're really overwhelmed with these deliveries today. Most of the apprentices are out doing that now. I've still got some sorting to finish up here, so I was really hoping someone else might handle a delivery of mine. I patched up some guy's sandals, so I'll need them back. Sure is lucky you came along. Right. Who's it for? Some apprentice who works at the Brickworks? Oh, no. Wait. What's the kiln? Well, what's his name? Right. I've got it written down here somewhere. Ah! Damn, guess not. Completely slipped my mind. Sorry. What? How were you planning on returning it to him in the first place? Yeah, I guess that would have sucked. Good thing I don't have to do anymore. Good thing I don't have to anymore, though, huh? Look, I know he'll be somewhere on the east side of town, by the plantation. I don't like the sound of that. In or around one of the workshops over there, anyway. Alright, I'm on my way. Did I really have a reputation for doing other people's errands? I thought about it for a moment and realized there was some truth to it. I wasn't ashamed of it, certainly. Why say no when I can help out? My father taught me better than that. That's the principle the settlement is built upon. Each and every one of us playing their part. It's why we're able to lead such pleasant, wantless lives. Yes, wantless. Was that hesitation or apprehension on his part? Maybe now that he knows about the famine incoming, he might be having doubts. Okay, well, you've changed my quest. I want to start with the borrowed books. Need to find the wound bearer. That's like a craftsman shop. I think that's the craftsman shop. The depot. Oh, for like supplies. Can I not enter here? Oh. I cannot enter here. You are... Why are you speakable? Excuse me. This might be a weird question, but I'm looking for somebody who works at one of the obligations around here. They recently got their sandals repaired at the clothier, and I'm trying to deliver them. You don't know where they work? Or their name? No. You don't even look like it. Are you a wound bearer? Yeah. Why do they have you doing a delivery for the clothier? I'm just trying to help out. Sorry, I have no idea. Right. Alright, I'm also curious about this, like, glowing thing on the top of some of the buildings. This. What is this? Picked up perfect metal. Oh, it's like an item thing. It's showing you that there's items. Excuse me. I'm here on behalf of the library. Did you borrow a book from them a while back? Seems like they haven't gotten it back from you. Oh, yes. I did. Sorry about that. I have it right here. Oh, good. I'll take it back for you then. Thanks. Now I can stop pretending I was actually reading it. Hey, I like you. This is the real one right here. I picked up that Archimancy book thinking I'd learn a thing or two. Archimancy? What in the world is that? But honestly, the technical details went way over my head. I have a finance podcast. I can pick up ceramic shards. I don't think those are going to trade for very much. Alright, so I'm guessing that was the mysterious person. Now I need to get out on that roof. I'm guessing in here? Courier outpost. Yeah, okay. So this is the courier outpost, and that was the guy. Apprentice courier. Oh, Aram. Hey, can I ask for a word of advice? You want my advice? We had a message request come in earlier today. It's from some carpet maker named Abjan. Addressed to a sunlight maiden named Ishka. Okay, and? Well, it seems like a love letter of sorts. It's also supposed to be read aloud, so I can't just drop it off and leave. So you're embarrassed. Don't make fun of me. Of course I'm embarrassed. Who wouldn't be? How do they expect me to deliver it without getting strange looks, anyway? Guys aren't supposed to enter the Sunlight Maiden's quarters. Well, I go back there plenty. Just act natural, like you're supposed to be there doing something important. I don't know. Anyway, good luck with that. Aram, please. Could you just do it? You want me to do it. I'm sort of... You said it yourself, you're back there all the time. Your mom is a high priestess, right? Well, yes, but... Please? Just this once? Alright, I'm happy to help. But do I actually have to read it aloud to her? That was the request. Godspeed, it seems a bit personal. What am I getting myself into? Alright, we have a love letter. B. Do we have any, like, details? A pair of recently patched sandals. They look just like yours. Am I the one who requested this? A love letter full of uninspired poetry. Damn. Roasted. Roasted by the text of by the game. I was curious, so I googled Archimancy and came up with a type of magic focused on manipulating architecture and physical structures. Oh, it's Archimancy. Whoa. Is that how they have all these buildings here on this random island? They also, like, they have a lot of journeymen. Oh, okay, no, there's details here that's interesting. There's some interesting world building going on here. Open fire. The game certainly did on this person's poetry. A love letter full of uninspired poetry. Young men and women of the settlement are allowed to freely pursue any romantic partner that they choose, as long as one is chosen for marriage by the age of 24. Wow, okay, that's... Well, medieval societies. If not, the Ashan will arrange a marriage instead. This is a necessary part of controlling the island's population numbers. The amount of children a couple is allowed to produce is strictly assigned. Weird to have that detail in the love letter. Interesting. Alright, so you're the courier. Am I allowed to go back here? Oh, hello, Aram. Good evening. What brings you here? Need a message delivered? Not quite. I was wondering if you have anything spare to barter for today, that's all. Sure, I'll see what we have. I love how it's still called purchasing. Oh my god, there's lore in the items as well. Alright, I should have thought it's a Souls-like. A thin sheet formed from wood pulp. Okay, so they do have wood, which means they do have trees. That's that question answered. Invaluable as a surface for the writing of messages, music, and history. Despite the island's knowledge of wood and its properties, the only known natural occurrence of wood on the island is the pale tree. Being sacred and thus untouchable, wood is one of many such missing materials that are obtained only through archimancy. Oh, okay, so there aren't trees. I was right the first time. There's only one tree on the island. And so they use architecture magic to produce wood for paper. Huh. Courier's clothing, the signature clothing, worn by couriers, the island's many messengers. Letters or verbal messages will be delivered by the couriers to their destination swiftly. That's improperly apostrophized there. Sometimes within as short as an hour. Speed is key in running such an efficient operation. It's lightweight, defense 1.5%. In effect, reduces the cost of rolling outside of combat. Oh, like the stamina cost. That might be useful to have at some point. Light sandals intended for running or sprinting short distances. They are sturdy, but also minimal, able to grip the terrain well for improved running. Very interesting. Alright, I'm going to go up. Oh, would you mind not going up there? Things are a mess up there, so I haven't had a chance to organize it yet. Oh, sorry. Alright, they don't want me up there. That's fine. I'll get that item sometime. Alright, and what do we have here? Aram's housing. Right, this is my place. I doubt that's where I need to be going right now. Speak. Enter. Brickworks. Oh, hello. You seem to be doing some archimancy. Whoa. Look at that. It's shining straight through me. Fascinating. Oh, hey, can I get in here? I cannot. Hey, have you seen a hammer anywhere around here? Yes. There's probably dozens of them in here. Oh, right. Well, I'm looking for one in particular. I misplaced mine earlier, and now I can't find it anywhere. Does it have any particular markings that would make it stand out? No? It's a hammer. Right. Good luck then. Alright, so that's a quest that we are just steadfastly not taking. I am curious to go into these, Yeah, what is it? Hello. Have anything to barter today? Probably. This place is full of spare crap. I'll check. The items carry lore with them, which is interesting. I'm digging in now. Brick. A clay brick, extremely versatile, and used widely within the settlement for repairs and construction. Bricks, like the majority of the products created on the island, have their raw materials made by means of archimancy. Once the clay is created, it is shaped and fired by hand. This method of doing things is significantly more time and skill efficient. I get, because I figure archimancy's got to be like way more skilled than pottery, right? That's magic in general is usually like an arcane academic exercise. So, heavy work clothing, protective durable clothing intended for manual labor. This type of clothing is commonly worn by masons, making use of dangerous tools and heavy lifting materials while working. Heavy work sandals, protective durable sandals, intended for manual labor, commonly used by masons. While not entirely closed-toed, this type of sandal still offers adequate covering for most of the foot, ideal for use in work around heavy materials They're at risk of falling. No, nothing going on. Hey, wait, you have something? Excuse me. This might be a weird question, but I'm looking for somebody who works at one of the obligations around here. They recently got their sandals repaired at the clothier, and I'm trying to deliver them. Oh, sounds like you might be looking for me. Really? Yeah, I brought my spare sandals in to get patched up the other day. They work fast. Thank God. I thought I would spend hours looking. Hey, aren't you a wound bearer? Well, yeah. I just like to be helpful, that's all. Hey, we picked up thread and thread. Why did we pick up 2 threads? Is that just the reward for that? Love letter. Borrowed books, alright. See, I thought we would be going in the direction of the wound bearers here, but... Oh, I think this is the edge. Settlement plantation. Whoa. Okay, so it's not a desert, it's just all yellow. How far can I go? Is this the tree? This is the one tree. The sacred tree. The white tree, I think they called it? Okay. Did you find the song yet? The song? What song? Also, hi, Swizz. Did I find the song yet? If this is a D's nuts joke, I swear to God. Of sunlight. Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. That's very fair. I have not found the song yet. Although, song, historically, can also mean story. That's why A Song of Ice and Fire is called what it is. Hello, hello. Yeah, the Game of Thrones series, A Song of Ice and Fire, is called that because a song can also be like a story, yeah, at least in the old usage. That's the wrong way. Alright, so we do have limits on how far we go here. At least for now. Oh, naruhodo. Alright, so that's the one tree on the island, which is kind of nuts. And might produce nuts even. I don't know. I'm not a tree expert. It's the tree. You might as well not even just use the. That's just tree. That's just the entity that we call tree. All right, so I went the wrong direction, but that's fine because we can go back. I think this is my house, right? Yeah. All right, so we're right next to the courier outpost, which is right next to this other person's abode. I'm getting a lay of the land here. All right, this is blocked off. This is, I think, the workhouse? The depot. Yeah, the depot. So that's where a lot of the resources are going to be. Depot with who? Where? Like, we're on an island. Who are we depoting from? Is this just kind of just like the warehouse where we keep all the products that are made by everyone in the society? Because, like, it's not a port. I don't think we're trading with anyone. I think we're essentially isolated. Clothier. Light brown goes on top. Dark brown goes, oh, no. Oh, damn it. There's light on the bottom. Then I'm supposed to... Oh, God above. I've already forgotten. Everything all right? It's nothing. I've got everything under control. Yeah, sure. Okay. So that's the clothier. And then this is the loom. Some of these symbols are very similar to each other. This is the temple. You can actually see it in the background there. Holy smokes, that's a big temple. I mean, Home Depot's reach extends beyond mortal comprehension. Boom, 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 boom. You just hear the music slowly approaching, closer and closer, louder and louder. Boom, 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 boom. Anvil strike. There's the library. that is, but no, please. Have you been subjected to the theme for too long? You're doing home stuff now, right? So you got to be going to the Home Depot more often than you used to. What are you? Oh, yeah, this is where I'm going. The armory. Rest, use. Upgrade items. Oh, I do have perfect metal. I can upgrade my shield. One summer of constant Home Depot jingle music was enough. Do they, like... They don't play it in the store, right? Like, I feel like that would be insane. Surely, it's just, like... Surely it's just that you heard the commercial a lot. They play it into your mind? I don't think Home Depot has that capability. I don't know if you've seen the memes of fictional characters chasing you in a horror sequence. It's just one of them is the Home Depot theme, disembodied. Just the sheet music coming at you. Someone must have written sheet music for the Home Depot theme, and, like... I would be curious to read it. There's got to be a line there that's just Anvil Strike. A small wooden shield carried by most wound bearers. Useful in close quarters combat against a variety of sharp weapons. The sturdiness, however, leaves much to be desired. Mayhaps. I wouldn't know. I would need to consult somebody who writes music. For as long as you can remember, really. Wow, okay, so they've been training me for a while. Alright, so good to know that we have upgrade stations here. I'll send you a video to show what I'm talking about, because genuinely, the thing ever. We do love our memes. Hi, did you... Oh my god, there's two of you. Sajin. Hey. Staying late, huh? I was hoping I might run into you. Oh, sorry. Oh, we have an ad coming in 3 minutes, everybody. Brace yourselves for that. I wasn't planning on staying long. Damn, really? Not even for a little bit? I was thinking we could get another match in. Please God, no. Please God, no. Well, come on, Aram. No. No. I need redemption from before. There's no way I can let things stand as they are. It's not like that. You've beaten me plenty of times in the past. Not recently. In fact, I don't think I've beaten you sparring once in the past year. Well, I can attest to the existence of multiple other timelines where you did, in fact, beat me quite handily. Over and over and over and over again. Maybe. Come on. I know exactly why I lost earlier. I'm ready this time. Okay, okay. Son of a bitch. Just a quick match. I hope you're ready for a real challenge this time. Oh, okay, I have the option. Thank God. Sajin's rivalry. Okay, what is this giving me? What's the deal here? Armory Courtyard, but something tells you he's taking this pretty seriously. I mean, we can... If you want an ego boost, I can just fight you and lose. Like, I'm not even going to have to try to lose. It'll just happen. Although it would also be useful to get, like, experience with the easier combat system. So let's try it. Bam. 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 Okay, so it just slows it down, really. What? Oh, and... Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And it protects me from more damage. Alright, it's definitely slower, which is nice. It's very much like Baby's first block. The directional stuff is still getting me. Kill him! Well, we're not going to kill him, but we're going to do our best to fight. Alright, ad starting in 15 seconds. I might even be able to win this during the ad break, which will be unfortunate for the viewers, but... Still can't quite get that one. Interesting. Whoa, okay, you came at me with another one there. Alright, this is an even fight. Low-key kill him? We might have it. We might have it, chat. First try. Alright, that was definitely... that was definitely the thing we needed to make this attemptable. Alright, I am much more confident in attempting further combat in the future. Alright, let's speak. The ad started before the final blow happened? No! That's so cruel. Damn it, Twitch. Why do you do this? Why must you torture us so? God above. There's no damn way. Again. Not bad. If it's any consolation, you made me work much harder than before. Actually, I was on easy mode this time. Spare me the pity. Looks like I'll have to double down my training from now on. This isn't over, you hear me? The ad didn't last that long for some reason. Yeah, I have my ads set on like the minimum the minimum amount of ad time. I think they were just there to spite people. Also possible. Just to make sure that you didn't see the final blow. This isn't over, you hear me? I'll beat you one of these days, Aram. Sure. Whatever you say. Alright, Aram's being a little bit cheeky. Mark of Honor? What the hell is the Mark of Honor? Mark of Honor. Oh, I should read these lore bits as well. A chunk of glimmering metal without any blemishes or imperfections. Metal, especially of high quality, is a highly coveted material in the settlement due to its durability and robustness. However, rather difficult to obtain by means of archimancy. Can be used to upgrade weapons and shields. Small shards of broken ceramic, likely from some sort of water vessel. Internal warping implies the archimancy was hastily performed. Right, so it's kind of like an alchemy vibe, except they're able to conjure materials seemingly from nothing. So actually the exact opposite of how alchemy works in Full Metal Alchemist. Because we saw this in the prayer ceremony where one of the maidens conjured a wooden effigy to throw into the fire. So clearly the sisters in the temple are able to do it. Thread, a spool of thread used for sewing and stitching a variety of clothing and footwear, most notably the ubiquitous minache worn by adults and children alike. Interestingly, there are no particular color or style requirements for the minache, and so a large variety of designs are seen. Dear God, they have a philosopher's stone. It's hidden beneath the temple. This is terrible news, actually. A small carved piece of wood and metal. This is the Mark of Honor, by the way. Collected and traded amongst wound bearers, often exchanged as the result of a duel. It's uncertain when or how the tradition began, but marks of honor have become a sort of currency within the armory, coveted by all. I mean, I guess that makes sense. If you can beat somebody up to rob them, you get their marks of honor. Like, that kind of just is... They've kind of just, like, institutionalized mugging amongst the combat people, which is kind of funny. Hey, sorry to bother you, but I'm here on behalf of the library. Did you happen to borrow a book a while back? Then forget to give it back? Did I borrow it? Oh, crap. Yeah, I totally did. I think I have it in my bag somewhere. Oh, good. Just give it to me and I'll take it back. Thanks. Here. Appreciate it. Combat engaged Atomica. I did it first try. Once I had turned on easy mode. It was great. Kill them and sprinkle some crack on them. No, no, what you do is you beat them and you take their marks of honor for yourself. That's how it works. At least among the wound bearers, it seems. Who are you? Journeyman Peacemaker. Well, if it is an Ashadar's son. Ashadar's son. I think so. Institutionalized mugging is very Pokemon of them. It is very Pokemon. You're right. What's the book about? He didn't say. I wonder if I can see in my inventory. What are you still doing here? Need something? Hello. I was looking for Journeyman Kabir. Wasn't he on storage duty? He was. It's me now, though. Seriously. Well, is there anything spare for barter? Probably, but you'll have to trade as much as anyone else, you hear? No exceptions. What? This is my obligation, too. I shouldn't have to pay in full. Sorry, man. These are the rules. Go tell your dad if you think it's unfair. Screw you. Kabir was much nicer. Yeah, so we're bartering. And this is what's interesting to me, is that, like, is it the Mark of Honor? I can trade the Mark of Honor. Maybe? I don't know. What? I guess they're not super clear on, like, how much currency I have. I guess it's that symbol down in the bottom right corner. Hey, you want to buy a book? It's 200 from the Mark of Honor? I'm still a little bit confused about how the barter system works in this game. Whatever. We'll come back to it at another time. Alright, I am just poking around to see if I can get all the side quests done before we approach the main quest. The main quest in this context is just going to be going to the temple. That's the wrong way. Alright, we have officially hit all of the map. Borrowed books, we can return these to the library, and then we can go to the temple. Back to the library. Back to the lab again. Oh, there's the library. And it's right next to the temple. Perfect. Here you are. I managed to track them all down. Well, look at that. You actually came through. Thanks, Aram. Guess I have to deliver on my end now, huh? So, what kind of story do you want to hear? Lately I've been wondering about something. All the different things we make each day with Archimancy. The bricks we use for construction, our carpets and clothes, our tools. We know how to make them because we have their schemas, right? Those documents with all the physical properties of different materials written down. I hadn't thought about much before, but where did the schemas come from in the first place? Who figured out all these properties? Ah, so you're curious as well. I've always wondered the same. In fact, a while back I did some digging and ended up reading over a dozen books trying to piece it together. But I'll, paraphrase. You'll remember this first part, she began. Uh-oh, he's asking questions. He's asking questions about the mechanics of the world. This is dangerous. It's the story we would always hear in General Ed. I didn't see a school when I was walking around. Maybe that's just a part of town that I can't access yet. You know, God creates the island and all that. That story comes from the sacred texts, of course. But they rarely ever say just how much time exactly is passing between events. So this might have all happened shortly after that. Or maybe it was hundreds of years later. Who can know? Nonetheless, in the early days of the settlement, they say that we knew how to make everything. Recall that God had given us a piece of his own power. And so, an intimate knowledge of all things physical in this world was second nature to the children of sunlight. Every sort of metal, brick, and wood, even materials for which we've now long lost the schema, like amethyst and ivory. We had all of them at our fingertips. God had left his children to build a paradise. But many years had passed, and now he saw that there was division among them. They followed different leaders, lived apart from one another. These factions tried to better themselves at the expense of others. Yes, God saw all of these things and was displeased. The children of sunlight were meant to be perfectly equal to one another, to share their talents and creations, and to live as one. Thus, God made it so. Slowly but surely, our knowledge of all physical things began to fade. It was subtle at first. We lost silk one year, then obsidian months later. But before long, it was brass and canvas, platinum and coal. Dozens of materials lost on the same day. Seeing what had come to pass, what little we still remembered was written down desperately. But it wasn't much longer until everything was forgotten, and nothing was left. Those original notes became the schemas, they say. I suppose that answers your question. But there's a lesson in this story too, Aaron. You see, ultimately, it was the great forgetting that brought us together once again from our separation. Each faction had only written down a small number of materials before their memory of them was gone entirely, leaving the disparate groups weak and on the verge of destruction. Yes, they were left with no choice but to come together and share their knowledge. And once we had done that, again we began to thrive. While we had lost the innate knowledge of the physical world we once had, we had gained an appreciation for the strength of unity and equality. God knew this would happen, of course, and so he laid the path for us to follow. That's pretty much the gist of it. God, okay, this game has really cool lore. I'm in. I'm locked in. This game, the atmosphere, the world building that they're doing, it's very cool. That seems like a poorly thought out plan from God. I'm suspecting there may be more to the story. Taps knows. I suspect there might be more going on. But this is a really cool story, and I'm excited for what comes next. Interesting, right? Yeah, it is. Thanks, Anaya. You're pretty good at this, you know. Telling stories. It was just this once, okay? It's exhausting. What's to stop me from killing you for your schema? I need the cracked schema. Ivory, platinum, crack cocaine. What was that last one? Nothing. Sure. Whatever you say. Picked up ink. Hey, we got some ink. Nice. So these early quests are giving us some like baseline materials, which is nice. And then I think entering to look for Sachita. But unfortunately, that's where we have to end for the day. The time has come. We've been here for a while. I'm gonna I don't know if there's like a save button. I guess it's auto-saving? Control scheme? Yeah, I guess it does auto-saving. Right? And if I click... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I might have to do this on my own time. Again. Zoink scoop. Am I nuts? Was there not a... Uh-oh. All right, well, I'm going to need to replay all that on my own. That's deeply unfortunate. All right, well, how do you... There's no save? There's no auto save? What do you mean? Okay, I'll deal with that on my own time. That's so cringe. I'm sure there must have been maybe I just missed it. Not even a warning when you try to leave without saving. Yeah, for real. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, I don't see like an icon or nothing. Okay, well, I guess I'll need to do that on my own time later. Anyway, if I am curious to see what this does, if I go to this screen right here. Okay, well, that's a little bit odd, but it's what we're gonna have to go with for the raid. Let's see who is raiding right now, because we need to raid someone because it's the end of stream. Let's see. We've got Kixie streaming. We've got... yeah, that's all I have. Let's go with Kixie. Easy choice. Kixie was here earlier in chat, longtime friend of the stream. So we're going to be raiding. I can do exclamation point raid. All right, copy down the raid messages, or any raid message that you like. I'm going to go with this one here. I'm going to get the actual raid ready for Call Me Kixie, who you'll recognize from chat, and we're going to be off. All right, cool. Thank you all so much for joining me for the debut episode of A Song of Sunlight. This game is really quite fascinating. Now, now that I know how to do the combat without pulling my hair out, I think it's going to be a lot better. I'm going to try and figure out how to save, and then next week, same time, same place, we're going to be continuing. 1 p.m. EST here on the DJ Atomica channel. I hope to see you all there. If not, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you all for joining me. Truly, the Song of Sunlight was the missed inputs we made along the way. If that's the song, then I am not putting it on my Spotify playlist. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for stopping by Chaotic Crescendo, Swizz, Dids, C, Kixie, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I hope to see you again next week. If not, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wonderful rest of your week, and as always, stay true to yourselves, everyone.